Sup, y'all? Bringing you guys another video. So as you guys can tell by the title, Gary Russell Jr. versus Josh Warrington. There's a good chance we might see it in April 2021. Before I get more into the video, I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe for more boxing and please hit that like button. It helps out the video. It helps out the channel. I'd really appreciate it. So anyway, like I was saying, it looks like there's a good chance we might see this fight in April 2021. I came back from work, doing my usual thing, getting on the web, the internet, and looking at boxing news, and I came across an article by Boxing Scene with the headline that reads, Josh Warrington may vacate IBF title, fight Gary Russell Jr. So, yeah, they recently interviewed Eddie Hearn, and Eddie Hearn mentioned about two fights. One fight it's against Can Su for Josh Warrington, and another is for Gary Russell Jr. By the way, as of right now, if you're wondering, Gary Russell Jr. has been ordered to fight Ray Vargas by the WBC, and Josh Warrington has a fight coming up pretty soon against Mauricio Lara over in the UK on the 13th of February. So right now, both fighters have things going on, but it seems like after maybe the 13th of February, it looks like Eddie Hearn might push for this fight between Gary Russell and Josh Warrington. But like I said, there's the possibility of Can Su as well. But apparently, according to Eddie Hearn, Can Su wants to fight in front of a crowd, in front of people, so that he can have a bigger paycheck. Obviously, with money at the gate, fighters would get more money because fans will be paying for tickets and all that. I mean, these days, obviously, the coronavirus is still sticking around, and it sucks, but it is what it is. So I guess maybe the Can Su fight can wait. And apparently, they're fearing that the IBF, the International Boxing Federation, might order Josh Warrington to fight Kid Galahad, who's the mandatory challenger. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, my goodness, we don't need to see that fight. I honestly, the Kid Galahad fight was a close fight, but we don't need to see that. It happened back in 2019, June 2019. I feel like Josh Warrington is the better boxer out of the two, and I feel like there's no need for a rematch. Honestly, in my opinion. And it would suck big time if Warrington has to vacate his title to fight Gary Russell, because it's obviously between two champions. Gary Russell holds the WBC, Josh Warrington holds the IBF. Let's see a title unification fight, and the winner of that fight will be 2 fights away from being undisputed. And eventually, we might see the winner of Gary Russell Jr. versus Josh Warrington fight Can Su probably by the end of the year, and maybe the winner of that fight will fight Emmanuel Navarrete by next year. So, it sucks, but yeah, hopefully, Josh Warrington doesn't have to give up his IBF title. Hopefully, because I honestly believe that there's no need. I don't really want to see a rematch with Kid Galahad at the moment. I'd rather see Warrington try to become undisputed at this featherweight division for the next year and a half. Hopefully, right? I mean, it's just wishful thinking on my part. But I like this fight. I definitely like it. But like I said earlier, Gary Russell has been ordered to fight Ray Vargas, so he kind of has to fight Ray Vargas to keep his title. And maybe a title unification fight might give him an exception, but I guess we'll find out in the near future. So I'll keep you guys updated on it. I wouldn't mind seeing this fight. I wouldn't mind seeing Josh Warrington fight Can Su as well. I'd much rather see, I'll tell you this, I'd much rather see Josh Warrington fight Can Su and Gary Russell Jr. over Kid Galahad. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Don't forget to hit that like button if you haven't yet. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. Please, and like always, have a great day. Alright, thanks.